my all-time top experiences of my career. Just being able to work with Peter Jackson, one of the most collaborative, generous, easygoing, brilliant directors I've ever worked with. He made it look so pleasant and so easy, no pressure. At least it wasn't exuded at all. I'm sure he was under a great deal of pressure. You know, the production values were just top drawer, and you know, the crew and everybody was just heart and soul, which shows in his movies. One of the reasons why Peter Jackson shoots the vast majority of his movies in New Zealand is because he is deeply loyal not only to his country but also to his crew. And if he goes somewhere else, he can't take them, and they support him. And, just a fabulous, fabulous experience. Working with Michael J. Fox and just so creative and so collaborative. I felt so comfortable to be brave enough to make strong choices, and he backed me up on that, and also helped me, you know, equally creating what we created. I'm very proud of that movie. Very proud. Yes?
Earlier you were talking about the release strategy for Re-Animator, how it went out unrated, and that's something that can never happen today. But then when Castle Freak came out several years later, that movie went direct to video, and it was completely different.
The dynamics of the business changed, and the idea that you could put out Castle Freaks
rated and unrated.
It was sort of like what went into theaters had changed. I mean, we're talking about a, what, 15, 20-year difference between those two movies. And by that time, you know, the theatrical release was really more limited than it used to be. It used to be a much more free form. If you made a movie, it could actually get a theatrical release, and it had really morphed into a tiered sort of system where either you're going to go to a movie theater or you're just shooting a straight to video. I don't think they had ever any plan for Castle Freak to go out in movies. The budget certainly didn't.
But there was also a time when they needed more product for video, and so they were making more movies for video, and everybody was buying them for video.
That was the boom, I think.
Yeah, that was kind of the boom.
Yeah.
You know, and now I don't know what's happening, but
They
you know,
download, stream, dude.
Yeah.
No one buys DVDs. Why should I?
Yeah.
You talked about with Re-Animator how you were looking for jokes kind of where humor anywhere you could. Now, all three of you worked with Stuart Gordon. What, as an actor, what did he allow you to improvise, or was he pretty much stick to the script, or did he allow a little bit of free flow? Did you ever come up with something better than what he had?
No, my memory was like, do it this way, do it this way.
See, Stuart, if you look at the credits, is also
co-writer.
The co-writer. On most of his projects, he is, and so he has a real desire to. I remember him coming to me and saying, "There's a the in that sentence." Like, really? Okay, all right. Really? Okay. So.
Yeah. I mean, if he could play every character in the movie, he would. You know, and but to his credit, I mean, the thing about him, that's the way he likes to work. You know, and we all can work that way. We can work improvisationally, or we can work for a director that, you know, wants it the way it's said. And because he's from the theater, that's how it is in the theater most times. It's, you know, you got to say the words that the playwright wrote. So when you watch a Stuart Gordon movie, the nice thing about it is that everybody's in the same movie. Sometimes you watch movies and you see one character, one actor, that you feel is maybe their energy or their take on the movie is a little bit different, and you think, oh, that seems kind of off in the whole tableau. But in a Stuart Gordon movie, everybody's in the same movie, and he sees the movie frame by frame. You know, and you get the same, and we get to rehearse, so you get the same feeling from every character in the movie, and everybody's in the same movie, and there's a cohesiveness to his characters that sometimes you don't see in other people's movies. That might be a little bit more collaborative. So, you know, it's the framework in which it works best for him and the type of person and director he is.
Having come from the theater myself first, you know, my responsibility is to the words first, because you figure, at least in the theater, someone spent a lot of time choosing exactly this way, and who am I and to determine that what they did is not good. I was really shocked when I started doing films and television, and an actor would go, yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say this. I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but I'm not going to say that. I was just like, oh, wow, okay. That's interesting.
Sometimes that can be a little disconcerting too. You show up and you don't know what the other actor's going to say.
Yeah. So I'm more comfortable with making it work first. You know, if I can't make that work, then there's something wrong with me, not with it. So you got to try that first. And if you just can't, then maybe you search out another solution to it. So Stuart coming from the theater, that's sort of his way too. You know, this is, you know, we worked on this. This is the plan. It's kind of like
bringing this to life.
Yeah, it's kind of like music. And this is the sheet music, and do that. You have to be flexible. So, is it something we said?
Re-Animator and Castle Freak, can you compare the fan critical reaction to Europe compared to what you experienced in America?
To which one? To which?
For Re-Animator and for Castle Freak.
To Europe. Interesting. I really have no. The only thing I can think of is I know that for many years Re-Animator was banned in Germany. You know, I've gone to a couple of conventions over the years in Germany, and they didn't even have a DVD release of it. They have really strict sort of censorship there. But they would come to me with, like, you know, a Spanish release or some sort of bootleg or something. We didn't really have a lot of experience with European.
No contact with it, really, so I can't answer.
I don't think we know.
Yeah. Although we know that it was, because we've seen the posters, it was released in Spain and in Italy, and in England, certainly.
And Japan.
Definitely Japan, Thailand.
They're not afraid of anything in Japan. If you watch it. You see that Cold Fish movie that came out recently? Hello.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Actually, I have a question for Barbara. I wanted to know more about that scene that you did on the operating table.
More about the what?